One other lesson I learned is how important it is to do one thing properly and finish it off. When clerking patients and when writing diagnosis cards and all that, I've noticed something which lacks in me is attention to finish one thing properly. I always do it half-assed, and I find myself having to come back to it again and again and again because I didn't accomplish that task properly in one go. It's necessary, I believe, to not only accomplish this task, but to accomplish it properly, So, to have your undivided attention on one thing and to perform it properly. Of course, this is impossible maybe to get right on the first try. And you may not be bright enough. I don't think I am bright enough to get it right on the first try. But that's where the learning curve is. You fall again and again and again and again, but you rise up. And eventually, you get the hang of it. It's okay how many times you fall. You just gotta keep getting back up, and you just gotta get it together and function, And I think there is a kind of satisfaction in it when you finally are able to kind of get into the mode and pick it up. And because sometimes it may take a while, and I think even if it does take a while, the satisfaction comes when you are able to do it eventually. Functioning is an interesting one. The ability to do something properly should not be taken for granted. The skill set which goes into being able to do something properly takes a while. It's easy to move from point A to point B if you're just walking there. But if the path is unclear how to move from point A to point B, the pathway you must take is a good challenge. Of course, it is still an attachment to be the one who fulfills the challenge. To be that person in itself is a bhava. But also, it's a good bhava, It's comparatively a better bhava than slacking and not doing anything. It's a higher bhava. It's a bhava which people respect, and rightfully so, because you are performing with a particular skill set and you are doing something which the average person is not really capable of doing. It is a specific set of skills. I find myself extremely bipolar in one sense, where some days are good and some days are bad. In the sense of some days where I don't perform well, where I am missing out on my free time and I'm feeling kind of low. And on other days, there's acceptance, there's being all right with the situation. I'm still getting used to this lifestyle. I'm not too quick in switching, but it's quite the experience, and I feel like I'm learning so much, and I feel like I'm growing. When people are put into difficult scenarios, I think it's easy to get depressed about it. It's easy to go down something. It's easy to spiral down and hate on that scenario and be fed up with it and give up and be like, fuck it. That's the easy approach to do. It's more difficult to say, okay, I fucked up. It sucks, but how can I improve now? How can I move on forward? Because at the end of the day, what's the point? What's the point of any of this? I can say what's the point and do nothing with my life. And what's the point of doing nothing? I feel like I'd rather do something than doing nothing at all. And that's exactly precisely why I'm here. I've quit this degree twice, but I came back And this time it was my decision to come back. It was my decision to go on to internship. It's completely on me. And I want to go ahead with it. I want to go forward with it. This had been my biggest fear for the longest time. I think ever since I started clinicals, I was afraid of this. So almost 10 years. Yeah, almost 10 years. Yeah, it's been 10 years since I started medicine, but yeah, I've been afraid of taking this step for the longest time, and here I am doing it. And it's not going that bad. I am doing quite alright. Of course, it's tough, but yeah.